Okay, it's now my pleasure to introduce to you J.J. Harrison. J.J. is a well-known educator, an outstanding rodeo performer, but most important, J.J. is a supporter of kids. J.J.
See, I think it's important you always buy off the people who are going to be standing the closest to you. You got the football, so we're good. Also, I gave you the program, and I did put my gum in there. That's going to be awkward for you later. When I woke up this morning, my wife looked at me, and she said, "You might be the most attractive man on the face of the planet." And then we got separated somehow in here. Honey, where are you? Yeah. Oh, hi. Whoever separated us, thank you. What an honor. I mean, this is going to be a lot of fun. Anything you get to do with kids is cool, and Campfire definitely is cutting edge when it comes to that. In the spirit of doing a good job, as opposed to my normal just wing it mentality, at 11:30 last night, my wife said, "Did you write anything down?" I said, "What?" She said, "Go write something down." Thank you. Now I have to follow this. I thought maybe, first of all, if you don't know who I am, I would talk just a little bit about myself, what brought me to Walla Walla, because it's kind of a weird deal. I grew up in Okanagan, Washington. That's a small town. I know I look like inner city LA, but believe it or not, no. I graduated with 40 kids. I was always had great supportive parents, very telling me what to do parents, but supportive nonetheless. I went to WSU on a football scholarship. I played quarterback there. Wait a minute, no, that's a different guy, sorry. I get confused with me and Drew all the time. Actually, I went and I rodeoed for WSU and on zero scholarship, thank you. Got a teaching degree, and that's what brought me to Walla Walla. It was kind of, I have no real connections here, or didn't 10 years ago, except that I had a job offer, and I thought, well, this would be great. We'll move there. And I tell you what, this community is, not only has it kind of embraced the guy I've become, but it embraces all of the youth and all of the adults in it, and that's a pretty admirable thing. So I believe that David was right in that it is the nicest community on the planet. And coming from a guy that travels about 55,000 miles a year, I can tell you it is, because I've been to a lot of other communities and don't go to Weiser, Idaho, that's all I'm saying. I taught school for 8 years. Again, this is my wife's idea. She said, you need to tell people what kind of teacher you were. I was the type of teacher that during silent reading, I would slam books on the tables because it would freak me out when it was really quiet. I'm also the teacher that, and I don't work for the district anymore, so this story is actually released. I can say it. I did take 30 kids on an airplane ride without parent permission. Thing is, I took them to the airport, and it was dragging, and the guy giving the tour was saying, he could tell it was actually kind of stinking too. We were just going to look at airplanes, and he said, I've got a plane. I can take them up 3 at a time. And I thought, well, that's a great idea, because, yeah. Then I talked to the district's legal advisors, and so here's what I've done. I actually recently got my pilot's license, and now I'm just going to take them on my own. I taught school at Pioneer for 2 years, Garrison for 5 years, and my final year, Garrison for 6 years. And then I moved over to Lincoln Alternative High School, and I did that with a dear friend, and his name is Jim Sporlater. And I think when I taught kids, it's important for me to recognize that man right there, because his passion was instilled into me. And there was this thing called No Child Left Behind, which most teachers hated and wanted to throw out, but the idea of it was that you embrace every kid, and that's what I got from him, every kid, and I see that in Campfire. I truly do. No one, doesn't matter if you are boy, girl, age, sex, nothing matters. We're going to educate, we're going to entertain, we're going to embrace every kid that walks through our door, and that is an extremely powerful thing that Campfire does. 2008, I decided that though I was a school teacher, I told kids all the time, hey, find something you love to do and make a career out of it. And find your passion, follow your dreams. And I really wasn't doing that to the full extent. I'm a rodeo guy. I don't know if the hat gives it away or not, but I loved rodeo and I loved being a part of it. And it was an extremely difficult decision to walk away from kids. And that's kind of what I took it as. But I decided to rodeo full time. And I will say that it's worked out very well for me, but there was a big void in my life, and that was the impact that you have on kids. And I get to see, believe me, I mean, Libby, Montana, 2 days ago, JJ. I'm not talking about Ritalin needing kids. I'm talking about kids that you get to build a relationship with them, and you get to impact them in a greater level. And so as soon as I left, I immediately scheduled an appointment with Dr. Van Osdale, and happily I get to work out there and still be a part of kids in that regard. But there was still that young generation of kids, and that's what brought me to Campfire. I'll be honest with you, I'm a fairly busy guy, have a lot going on, and when one of the advisors or counselors from Campfire approached me and said, hey, would you be willing to come to one of our after-school programs and do a spiel? My initial thought was, are you kidding me, one more thing, really? I mean, come on. But my wife was a Campfire girl. She was a Campfire coordinator. Is that what they're called? Coordinators, counselors? Counselors, good. Thanks, Karen. And so I didn't really have a chance to even get off the phone with this girl. And my wife said, yes, you will be doing that. So, again, thank you for separating us in case I love you. The first time that I talked with Karen, we kind of talked about the bullying issue. And we decided kind of together that we needed to come up with an assembly idea that kind of addressed that. And 8 years of education and 35 years of being around kids, I can tell you that that is a huge issue, and that's an important thing that needed to be addressed. And we needed to find a way that you could do it and clarify it for a young mind. And so we came in with a message, and I kind of came up with it. So if it sounds goofy, it's goofy, but I'm a goofy guy. I wanted kids to understand the difference between bullying and teasing. And I think adults get that confused a lot too. There is a difference between bullying and teasing. I've made a career out of teasing. That was not the funny part of the joke. Case in point right there. But kids need to understand that bullying is a serious issue, and bullying is something that happens over and over again. It's a repeated aggressive behavior. And so that was important. We also kind of really addressed reporting versus tattletaling. I'm sorry, I'll do better. I hear the reporting versus tattletaling. We wanted kids to understand that you are not a tattletale. We think of when somebody calls you a tattletale, is that a positive or negative? Giddy up, it's a negative. You're thinking, oh, I'm a tattletale? That sucked, you know. But the reality is we need kids to understand that when you report bullying, that you're not being a tattletale. You are reporting something that is very important, and it's okay. And so we did 15 assemblies. And there were 5 campfire sites that we hit, and we went in. Each one got hit 3 times, so a total of 15 assemblies. We went in the first time, it was JJ the Clown. I had makeup on. I was running. It was high energy. It was entertaining. That's what we were doing. We were captivating them, grabbing their attention, and getting them to buy into what we had to say. And when I say we, it wasn't just me. Anytime I do anything, I partner with Walla Walla Community College's rodeo team. Number one, because he's my buddy, and I'm going to make him do it. Number two, it's fun to watch the community college student change just with the kids. We had guest speakers, little bull riders. I mean, if you've ever heard a bull rider talk, I will give you a bull rider impersonation right here.
Well, he was a nice bull. He just, what happened there is he come around there to the left, and, oh no, I just want to thank everybody.
Yeah. I'm serious. It's its own language, okay? But it's fun to watch this kid that he started out like that, and by the end of it, the kids had him, and he was doing a fabulous job by the end of it. He was telling stories of getting bullied and being bullied, and it was pretty neat to watch that change. Second assembly we did, the first one was entertainment, captivate them, grab their attention. Second one came in with no makeup. Now, you think it's freaky seeing a man in makeup. It's even more freaky the next time you see him when he doesn't have it on. And the point of that was to showcase that, guess what, I am an actual person And I'm a human being, I'm an adult. And we talked at that point about reporting and tattletaling, and can you report to an adult? Yes. And that's why I wanted to kind of showcase to the kids that I'm an adult. Even though I put on makeup, I'm entertaining, I do all these things, I'm still a person. This is somebody you could tell if you're being bullied. And we did. We had a lot of kids that kind of just came right up at that moment and felt comfortable. The last one, and I thought the most powerful assembly that we did, was I looked like this. Again, the most attractive man on the face of the planet. No. But just a regular guy. Just a regular guy. And we still captivated the kids' minds because they bought into it. And I think that was an incredible thing, and it was all because of Campfire. I can take credit for it, but it really had very, very little to do with me. I just talk. Case in point now. The reality is, the point of why we're here is this organization. And it absolutely amazes me how cutting edge they are. And I know this firsthand because as soon as we finished this bullying program, I had the power of Facebook, first of all. But I had 15 schools from the Northwest trying to book us for a bullying assembly. I mean, that tells you that your community, your Campfire right here in Walla Walla is ahead of its time. They saw a need and they addressed it. And that goes right to Karen Wolf, and that goes right to Campfire Walla Walla. So give Campfire a round of applause for being cutting edge. There is one thing that I got to be real honest about and apologize for. I know that Karen Wolf is leaving, and that's me. I know she didn't want me to go into the story, but the life of rodeo is very intriguing and captivating. And I noticed after the article that I saw in her truck, she had herself a little PRCA rodeo sticker on it. And she's actually going to be my road manager. And we are going to hit the road together. So Karen, at this time, if you could come up, I'm going to outfit you with what you need. Yeah, it's going to embarrass you. I'm a clown. I'm always serious. Get over here. Now, huge sponsor of rodeos, of course, Dodge. Now, this is an old Dodge hat, so I got to give you a Dodge Hemi hat. Every cowgirl needs to have an official buckle. And PRCA rodeo bumper stickers that might end up on your cars later. I know it's been said, it's a tremendous loss. I tell you, she has a passion for kids, and I love that. And I love being a part of Campfire under her direction, and you know, I hope to be a part of Campfire in the future. In the closing remark, I would just simply say, this is what life is about. It's about organizations like this that make huge changes, huge obvious changes in kids. I know Tyler Cosgrove, that's a former student of mine. That was great, talking about how you opened up a kid. He's dancing on the top of a table. Now that's my kind of behavior right there. I think that's a great idea. But it allows people to open up. It allows kids, is comfortability a word? It should be. It allows them to be comfortable and confident with themselves, and I truly am proud to be a part of Campfire. And it's an honor to get to talk to you today, and I appreciate it. So thank you very much for having me. Wait. I forgot back up here. I didn't check that one. I'm going to have to start over. When I woke up this morning, just kidding.
Thank you, JJ. That's a testimony. There's hope for anyone.